What's up everybody, Silver here with another Halo Master Chief Collection Achievement Guide. This time we're doing Cavalier, which is in Halo 3, beat the par score on Tsavo Highway. So start up this level, you could do this on any difficulty, though I do recommend you do it on Heroic or Legendary, because with the higher difficulties you get more points for all the enemies you kill. So that's a good way to get your score up, is to just simply put it on a higher difficulty. So I'm doing this on Heroic. I normally do these par score guides on Legendary, but some of you guys were requesting me to do it on Heroic. So here I am on Heroic, like you asked me to be. I did put on 5 skulls to compensate for the fact that I am not on Legendary. Obviously on Heroic my multiplier is lower than it would be on Legendary, so I got it back up there with some skulls. I put on Mythic, Tough Luck, Catch, Thunderstorm, and Tilt. So obviously when you come to this area, just try to run over some enemies, and also your gunner will kill some people too. Try not to flip like I almost did there. Saved it though with those mad skills. And we've killed all those people, so let's move on to the next section. We are going to kill some people while leaving other people behind. We are doing this so we get the maximum time bonus. There's actually a time component to your par score, oddly enough. So if you get the par time, which is 20 minutes for this level, you will actually get the maximum time bonus, which is a 3 times multiplier. So we're going to aim for 7,000 because the par score that you need for this level is 21,000. So if we get the par time and we get 7,000 points, it will be multiplied by 3 to get our 21,000 points that we need. So if you get anything over 7,000 points and you finish it under par time at 20 minutes, you will get this achievement. So that is the strategy I'm going to employ here. So I killed all those enemies, and now we are moving along. There are 2 beam rifle guys right here, so I'm going to try to run over one of them. But I missed. That's okay. My gunner will take him out. And I'm going to hop out, and I'm going to give a beam rifle to my passenger, and I'm also going to take a beam rifle for myself. So just let this guy hop out, give him a beam rifle, then look around for the other one. There it is. Let's pick it up. Let's pick it up. Let's pick it. There we go. Now we're back in. We're going to hop along. Get out of there. You are terrible at driving. Do not ever let someone drive you who is an AI, because they're just not good at driving. They're great at gunning, not good at driving. You are the driver. So we're going to pass that sniper tower. There's a sniper in there, but we're going to ignore him. We're going to run up around here, and you want to generally skirt around all the enemies because the catch skull is on, so if they throw a grenade, it's pretty easy to hit you if you're running straight at them. But you can see I'm kind of staying to the outside, so they have a tougher time, a much tougher time sticking me. I did run over that guy on the turret. I recommend you do that. Because he could just own you, and if your turret guy is not shooting at him, then he's stupid, and he probably won't be because he is stupid, and you should just run him over. Because that turret guy can't stick you anyway, so. We killed all the enemies here. I hopped out real quick to not only kill that sniper rifle guy, but I'm also going to give my passenger an upgrade from a beam rifle to a fuel rod gun, because the brute here has a fuel rod gun in this area, so I'm going to give that to him. There you go. And I have more ammo in that sniper now too that he just gave me, so that's good. A mutually beneficial trade. So now in this next section we are going to kill most of the enemies, but not all of them, and I'll show you how to go about it. We're going to wrap around to the left over here and try to splatter the brute. He has a brute shot, so he's the main priority because he could obviously knock you off your wheels and flip you and send you end over end, and you'll probably die once that happens. So hopefully that won't happen. So now that that brute is down, we are going to allow the gunner with the chain gun and our passenger side gunner with the fuel rod gun to take out the remaining grunts in this little area. Not the whole area, but just immediately in our vicinity right here. Oh god, those grunts are throwing nades at our Marine buddies on the ground. Not cool. Also not cool, the fact that the Marines are killing people. We kind of want those kills for ourselves. We're going to get most of our points, or a good chunk of the points, at the end, because there's just a ton of brutes that we could take out. So you get a ton of points there, so don't worry if you're not getting that many points here. If you finish the whole level minus the end with like 3,000 or 4,000 points, you'll be fine. Maybe you need a few more, but we'll see. So again, at this point, we're just taking out all the grunts. I parked my Warthog right up against the wall there so that the Marines cannot get in it. If I park it anywhere else that allows the Marine a direct path to the driver's seat, he will get in and drive the hog away, and then you're out of luck. So I parked it right up against the wall there. There are 4 Jackal snipers in this area. There's 2 on the wall that I just shot, and there's 1 in the lift. Or not the lift. There he is. He's in the grav lift, trying to get up to the sniper tower. Normally he is in the sniper tower already, but apparently he's on the ground that time. Sometimes he is on the ground in that area. So that is the second place you should look if he's not in the tower. We are going to want to take out this brute with a brute shot. That is the main thing that is preventing us from moving on, because if we just try to drive by him, he'll shoot his brute shot and send us flying end over end. So that is the 4th Jackal sniper that you saw me just take out, so take him out for sure as well. So now all the snipers are dead, and we're just going to take out this brute shot guy. Thankfully that time he did not move like he did the first time we tried to take him out. And now we're pretty much good to go. There are a couple grunts still alive. There's a brute still alive. You could just drive straight by those guys. You don't need the points, but obviously the more the points the better. So I am going to take out a few of them, but we're mainly just going to drive by here. Don't feel like you have to take out these guys. You probably don't. You could if you want, obviously, but whatever. So there's the couple guys. Ran over that brute, thankfully, because otherwise the chain gun was not going to do much to him, and if I was just driving by, the fuel rod probably wouldn't have killed him quickly enough. So here we go. There's a few people down here. Again, you don't have to take these guys out. I'm spending a little bit of time here, but unnecessary. They're only grunts. They don't give you that many points. So I'm moving on now, finally. And this next section we are going to pretty much skip. We're going to come upon some buildings, and we're going to go to the back of those buildings and grab a grav lift. There's a grav lift in the back corner of this building right here. And you could actually grab it through the wall, apparently. I meant to get out and then go into that building where the grav lift is, but apparently you could grab it through the wall. So do that. Grab it either way. Go into the building, grab it, or grab it through the wall, and then follow this path. We are going to speed by all of these enemies. And we are going to hop out right here, go through this door shield, smack it, and then hop back in and get out of there. You want to smack the generator. You don't want to just smack the wall. Smacking the actual energy shield wall will not do anything. You want to smack that generator on the opposite side. And then you can progress through with your Warthog. So we skipped a bunch of enemies there. You could obviously take them out if you feel like you need more points to rack up, or you can just take out a handful of them. You don't have to take out all of them, obviously, and then do the skip I just did. But we're going to do another skip here. We're going to hop out. We're going to use the grav lift, which we grabbed in the previous section for this area. And we're going to drive right over that grav lift and over the gap, and we can continue on with our Warthog. So we're going to skip a bunch of enemies in this section with the Warthog as well. So we're just going to drive here, follow this path. You want to go into this pipe. Take it a little bit slow. Obviously, if you go too fast, there's kind of a ramp leading up to that pipe, so it will send you over the pipe or just crashing into the top of the pipe. So neither of those are good things. And then just follow this path. And then go over here. It's the safest way. You could go a different way, but it's not as safe. Just go over here, and then come out over here, and you're pretty good. You could continue to get shot, but your chances are pretty good if you go follow that path. And then we're going to try to splatter these guys as we jump out. Got one, and the other one is very weak, so I headshot that guy. We are going to grab a fuel rod gun in exchange for our battle rifle, and we're going to grab a chopper, and we're going to grab a trip mine. A trip mine, he says. No one uses trip mines ever. You're right, but it's kind of useful sometimes, maybe almost, in this last section here. And it's better than having nothing. I currently have no equipment if it wasn't for that trip mine, so might as well have a trip mine rather than having nothing. So we're going to skip all these choppers and wraiths. We're going to go up here. It's easy to get up here. Just drive up there where I drove up the rock, and you're going to boost by this wraith. And we're going to go kill all the brutes in the last section here. There's kind of two sections of brutes up here. We're going to kill all of them, which is really going to boost our score up. You pretty much get 100 to 300 points per brute up here, depending on the rank and how quickly you kill it, how many shots it takes. And obviously that does not include the brute chieftain in the back here, because the brute chieftain is worth even more points. So you could really rack up a bunch of points here. And we're going to cruise in at around 13 or 14 minutes, so we're really going to easily get under the par time. So you could actually kill more people if you'd like. If your time is that good that you could spare 5 minutes, you could easily kill more people on your way here. And then obviously you would have a higher score. This is not cool. This Warthog is kind of blocking my shot now to the left. I'm not that great at driving the chopper. I've said it before in a previous video or two. Who is good at driving the chopper? I mean, really, you don't spend that much time in it other than just in this one instance, and also on the Ark you use it a little bit. And I guess if you're a big chopper fan in multiplayer, but I don't know. I enjoyed using it, but I was never particularly good with it. I do have one tip for you, though, in regards to the chopper. It is the fact that if you hold down the trigger, you obviously shoot automatically, so I think everyone pretty much knows that. But if you mash the trigger as fast as you can, so you hold it, then release it, hold, release, like you would if you were firing like a battle rifle or a Magnum or something, then you actually shoot faster. So try that out. You can actually get more shots in if you mash the trigger fanatically rather than just holding it down the whole time. And this part, you could really just take your time. There are a bunch of brutes back there, and it's kind of tough to shoot them at times, but just take your time. You have infinite, I was going to say infinite health, but you don't have that. You do have infinite ammo, though, which is what I was trying to say. So just take it slow, take it easy. You don't want to get too close to these guys, because obviously they could stick you, and obviously they can overwhelm you as well, since there's a bunch of them that are kind of hiding behind barriers, behind the trucks, behind the crates back there. Also try to prioritize the enemies. If there's one with a brute shot or a beam rifle, there is one with a beam rifle all the way in the back, so you probably can't get him, but you definitely want to take out the ones with a brute shot over the ones with a spike rifle. Once there's only a couple brutes left, you probably want to pop out and kill them with your fuel rod. There's also that beam rifle brute back there I was talking about, so I'm going to take him out with my beam rifle. How do you like that? And we're going to move forward with a chopper. And you could continue to chop all these people, or you could switch to that brute beam rifle. It's pretty fresh, lightly used. Mine personally is almost out, but I'm going to switch out for his, and you can take out a bunch of brutes from afar with this beam rifle. There is a sniper rifle behind me, but it's very ineffective against brutes because of the tilt skull. The tilt skull basically makes the weaknesses and strengths of weapons even more emphasized. So normally human weapons are very good against health, and they're not great against shielding, and plasma weapons are very good against shielding and not health. So since brutes are shielded, if they still have their shield, human weapons aren't very effective at taking them down, especially with the tilt skull on. So just stick to plasma, stick to the beam rifle, and you can just take their shields down and hopefully shoot them in the head as well. I'm not doing that great about the shooting people in the head part right now, but I do my best most of the time. Sometimes I don't. It depends on the day. I guess I'll go through the other skulls since I just kind of explained tilt. Mythic just doubles the health of all enemies, so that's pretty straightforward. Tough Luck makes all enemies more likely to dodge out of the way of certain attacks, which are vehicles. They'll more likely dodge out of the way of when you try to splatter them. They will more likely dodge out of the way of grenades, and they will more likely dodge out of the way of overcharged plasma pistols. So any plasma pistol that you lock onto them, they'll try to dodge out of that as well. Also, Catch is on, so enemies are more likely to throw grenades. And lastly, Thunderstorm is on, which just promotes all of the enemies. Not all of them, but most of them. So most of them will be a tougher brute type or grunt type or jackal type or whatever. So those are the 5 skulls I have on. And at this point, we are approaching the end here. We have a few brutes left. I will invite you to check out my channel here. This is dedicated to achievements for all Halo games, including any on 360, any on Xbox One, and any on PC or Windows Phone. So I'll be covering all of them. Obviously, I'm focusing on the Master Chief Collection right now. I have most of the achievements covered from the Master Chief Collection out of all 600. Hopefully, I'll be done by the time Halo 5 comes out, but either way, I'll be covering Halo 5 immediately upon its release, so don't you worry about that. If I don't have the Master Chief Collection entirely covered by then, it won't be any achievements that are particularly important. I have all the huge, difficult ones covered, so all the Lazo guides, all the speedrun guides, all that nonsense. And either way, I'll come back and finish it off anyway. And then after Master Chief Collection and Halo 5 have been completed, I will return to all the older Halo games until Halo 6 comes out. Oh, also I'll be covering commendations for any Halo games that have commendations. So at the current time, it is only Halo Reach 4 and 5 that will have a commendation. So I'll have guides up for those as well. And I just used that trip mine. Did you see that? I don't think it's gone off yet, but it is there waiting to blow up. Come on, brute. Somebody run over it, for God's sake. It's like the first time I've used a trip mine in like 5 years. Humor me a little bit. Alright, we're almost done here. Just shooting some people. Whoa, my God. Get away from the edge. I almost fell off there. I think the trip mine did go off. I'm just going to say it did, just so I feel better about myself. And I'm going to take this chopper back, and we're going to take out this last brute chieftain for a good amount of points. And here we go. This is very risky. Obviously, you could do this a much more strategic way, but I'm like, I've had enough of you, brute chieftain. So there we go. I was determined to run over him. But that is it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Click like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Follow me on Twitter at HaloCompletion. And I'll see you later for more Halo achievements.